A unique 4-grain recipe. Smooth up front with a little Kentucky kiss on the back. This is a bourbon for all of life's moments and celebrations. Available across the United States. We give back to those who wore the uniform and serve our communities.
The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Preserving history, one veteran story at a time. Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Project Veterans Voices. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a veteran story. But before we get into the episode, are you enjoying the podcast? Make sure you go to the website. That's thelostart.podbean.com. Go check us out. See what we're all about. There's a couple ways you can actually help support us here. You can go in with a one-time donation. Just click on that link. You can become a patron. That's a monthly donation. Heck, you could just click on the link, go get you some cool merchandise, help support us there. Or if you have a business or something of that nature and you want to advertise, you can advertise right here on the podcast. Big shout out to the Till Valhalla Project out there doing amazing things. If you don't know anything about them, go check them out. If you do know something about them, go back and check them out again. It's an amazing organization. You can always find them at tillvalhallaproject.com.
Are you a Marine veteran? Are you missing that bond you had on active duty? Then I have a place for you. Join the only congressionally chartered Marine Corps Veteran Service Organization, the Marine Corps League. Get that brother and sisterhood back in your life. Become one of the fewer, the prouder, a Marine Corps League member.
All right, we're back. I got our special guest here. This is Christopher Ramshur. CJ, man, I'm excited to have you on here. I think it's going to be a good time. Hopefully, you're going to have a good time as well.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this. I found you and I fell in love with the idea of telling my story.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to hear the story, man. It's going to be fantastic. So I guess let's start at the beginning for you. So tell me about where you grew up. What was that like? And then what drew you to military service?
Well, I come from a military family. I was born in Long Beach, California, and I was raised up here in the high desert in Victorville, California.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Grew up here my whole life since 92. Joined the Marine Corps in 2006. But what led up to that was, like I said, my family. My family is huge in the military. I've got my dad was a Navy photographer's mate for a little while, and he's been on multiple ships, been on all kinds of stuff, and he was my inspiration. He was the catalyst for getting me started on wanting to be in the military. My mom never served, but she was as tough, if not tougher, than any Marine drill instructor I've ever met.
Very nice, man. I like that.
She scared the ever-loving heck out of every Marine recruiter that came to my house.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious. I loved it growing up. I loved it in high school, and she was my inspiration for the final decision to join. She had many different medical issues when I was growing up. She had diabetes, sarcoidosis, severe arthritis, a lot of medical issues that kept her down. but she
Right.
didn't let that keep her down. She kept fighting. She was a staple in our community, and she was a teacher's aide. She was a Cub Scout den mother, a Boy Scout den mother.
Wow.
She was Fire Scouts, Boys and Girls Club leader, and she's my inspiration.
Yeah.
The way she was with people, the way she was with kids, especially,
Mm-hmm.
that was something I was proud to carry. And
Very nice.
in 2005, 2006, I found out that my dad, because he worked for Boeing
Mm-hmm.
on the C-17 project, he wouldn't be able to help me get qualified to go to the school I wanted for college. So
Oh,
I started thinking about it, and a lot of my friends were joining the Marine Corps or the military,
okay.
and quite a few of them joined the Marine Corps, and it kind of gave me a little bit of like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can live up to the family legacy just a little bit.
Very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, I knew I wanted the Marine Corps because I wanted a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't have been more right on that one.
It's funny how that works out that way, right?
It really is, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, I found out through through my dad and my mom that they weren't going to be able to cover my college, and I didn't want them to. They
Mm-hmm.
would have to pay for it out of their own pocket. And I
Right.
didn't want that because I grew up watching my mom get sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up without my dad around because he was down the hill working every day.
Right.
So I made the conscious decision to go for the military, go for college, go for the travel, go for the experience, go for the life changing.
Right.
And I didn't tell anybody in my family that I was going to join. They were just a little bit mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I could see
They were
that.
just a little bit mad at me. My brother was furious because I mean, we got in that time frame. You know, you have OIF, OEF,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that time frame was very hectic, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of families were concerned.
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to do it to take care of my family.
Yeah.
And I it was the best decision I ever made. If I was physically healthy enough to do it again, I absolutely would.
Nice. Nice.
Absolutely.
Well, now you said you joined up in '06. Is that right?
Yes, sir. April
Yeah.
26th was my enlistment date.
Okay, awesome. So
And that,
obviously the family was a little worried, right, about you
oh yeah,
joining up. So what was it like for you as you were approaching that date to go to boot camp? Like, what was kind of going through your mind? How were you preparing? Those types of things.
I was ready to go. I was roaring to go and ready and anxious and excited, and I was just ready for the experience. I
Yeah.
mean, my dad, he, like I said, he was Navy, so he was pretty upset the night I came home, and I had said to I had all three of them together, because it was me, my brother, my dad, and my mom. So
Uh-huh.
I had I had to tell them, obviously. And plus I disappeared for 2 days. So they were like, where have you been?
Makes sense. Yeah,
And
yeah. You know.
yeah, and funniest thing about that is my dad didn't talk to me for 2 days. He
No
couldn't
kidding.
find the words. He couldn't
Wow.
find the words. He was just he was more upset about the fact that I didn't go Navy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there is a certain pride within everybody with their branch of service.
Absolutely. So. But I'll tell you what, it makes holidays a lot more fun.
Yeah. That's a true statement. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. But I told them I enlisted, and my mom, after she smacked me over the head and I did a front flip over our couch and broke our coffee table. And that is no exaggeration. That actually happened.
Nice.
Yeah, they were pretty upset, but I gave them a couple of days and they cooled off. Mom said to me that she wanted to talk to my recruiter or my recruiters, and I'm like, okay. But she became friends with them and they became friends with us, and it was, I will say, if I could go back and redo how I enlisted, I would.
Yeah.
I would have told my family first, but you don't think about that. I just turned 18.
Right.
I was more concerned with my family being able to take care of themselves while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, I get this from my mom. I'm very selfless. So I usually put everybody else first before I put myself.
Right.
So I just knew I wanted to do it. That's all I went in for. I knew I wanted to be in aviation, and granted, I got the short end of the stick on that one. But I did get the base that I wanted, so I was happy with that.
Okay, well there you go.
There's a plus.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I left for boot camp October 9th of 2006. And I was in MCRD San Diego. And so, yeah, definitely got a little beat up from the mountains.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about like as you're going down for boot camp, right? You're getting ready to go in. Kind of walk us through that first initial take of boot camp and what you thought about it, and then walk us through your boot camp experience.
I looked at it as an opportunity to kind of change myself a little bit, because I wasn't able to be like, I wrestled in high school, but I wasn't able to be the athlete that I wanted to be. And I thought I could bring that to the table in the military, in the Marine Corps. And I went ham. I went ham on that whole experience. I was so excited. I'm just like, I'm following what they're telling me to do. Get online, get on the yellow footprints, get your stuff and get together. And I just, it was a whole new world for me, and I was so glad I did it. I really was.
Nice.
I was so excited to go to boot camp. I mean, they tell you the first 24 hours is kind of catastrophic for you, because they're making you do things pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're
that's for sure.
They're trying to get you in and out. And and I was really excited. I was nervous, but I think that translated into an excitement for getting there and finally taking the journey. And it was just great. It was tremendous.
And then now, what company did you actually end up in?
So I was 1052 Charlie Company.
Charlie, okay.
I was Series A.
Nice. Now, what do you remember through your boot camp experience? Like, what were some of the good, some of the bad? What were the things that you took away from it?
I took all of the knowledge qualities, the leadership, the tact, mindfulness, all the training that they give you in boot camp. I absorbed it like a sponge. I loved it.
Nice.
It was great. And then on top of that, you make so many friendships in boot camp.
Mhm.
It was great. I met people from all over the country that I became friends with, and I'm still friends with to this day.
Very
And
nice.
it was great. It is a great experience for the most part. I mean, yeah, obviously you're gonna have some hiccups. It's boot camp. They're there to mess with you. It's their
Yeah,
job. That's what they're meant to do.
they're gonna
So,
find something at some point in time. It's gonna
oh
happen.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. For me, it was backing up just a smidge. For me, going into boot camp
Uh-huh.
was a little crazy because in May of 2006, 2 weeks or 3 weeks actually after my
Mhm.
mom passed, after I had enlisted, my mom passed away.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
She succumbed to the sarcoidosis, and it wasn't. I mean, to be honest, the doctor originally gave her 2 years. She
Mhm.
lasted for, let's see, almost 11.
Wow. Holy
Yeah,
cow. That's
she
incredible.
was she was a tough woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was a really tough woman, and the fact that she lasted as long as she did, I knew after she passed I had to keep going.
Right.
I had already started the process. I needed to do what my mom taught me to do and finish what I started.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I did it. And
So that happened before you shipped to boot camp. Is that
yes,
accurate?
that
Okay.
happened 5 months to the day, May
Wow.
9th, 5 months to
Okay.
the day that I left.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Man, that's tough.
it was an
And to
experience.
carry that with you through like going through boot camp, going through all your experiences and stuff, to be able
Yep.
to carry that with you. One, I'm sure it had its challenges. And then
Oh,
two,
yes,
it also gave you motivations.
it did. It absolutely did. It also made me find religion.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Very nice.
I grew up Southern Baptist,
Hmm.
and boot camp. Obviously, that Sunday is your day. That is
Right.
your special day for getting away from it all. So that's
Hmm.
kind of what kept me going through boot camp was Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
when I found Protestant church, I was thrilled because
That's awesome.
the
Hmm.
music, the dancing around, the camaraderie, the the power that you
Hmm.
feel in that pew in that church with those Marines is the
Yeah.
greatest feeling on the planet.
Yeah. That's
It
awesome.
really is. Um, I was actually baptized in boot camp.
No kidding. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I was baptized in boot camp. I had two witnesses on top of my, I call him my drill instructor because
Hmm.
he was our bulldog, but he was like our second in charge.
Mm.
He was
Okay.
he was in charge of our squad, and so when going through boot camp, he was with me pretty much every step. I will
Yeah.
never forget that man, and if he ever sees anything like this, Sergeant Vasquez,
Nice.
you are the man. You are the man. Platoon 1052, Sergeant Vasquez, Gunnery Sergeant Chacon, Gunner Staff Sergeant Reyes, and Sergeant Mapula. You
Okay.
guys are my men. You guys made me who I am.
Very nice. Yeah. That's one of the great things about boot camp is how at least Marine boot camp. I haven't had the experience of going through the others, but Marine boot
Yeah.
camp, you learn so much from your drill instructors, and you take so much from them. It's
Oh, yeah.
kind of like the catalyst for your career, right? Whether you
It
do
really
4, you
is.
do 30, whatever, you're always going to remember those guys.
Absolutely. And I owe Sergeant Vasquez everything. I've had the pleasure of seeing all 4 of my drill instructors after boot camp.
Nice. Very cool.
I was actually stationed with 3 of them.
No kidding. Wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that was a fun experience.
Yeah.
That was a really fun experience because you got an MP, a lab, oh God, what did he do? I think he did tracks or something like that.
Okay.
And then Sergeant, I believe it was Mapula, was an admin guy, and then Gunnery Sergeant Chacon was our senior, and he running into all of them is absolutely terrifying. But the unique stories behind each one, oh my God.
That's
It's
awesome.
hilarious. Gunnery Chacon, I'll never forget it. Gunnery Sergeant Chacon on MCRD at the recruit PX spotted me from behind and knew who I was
No kidding.
and yells at, and I just freeze in the aisle. It was hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, the Sergeant Vasquez was one of my witnesses at my baptism.
Very cool.
He walked me through the whole process, going through it because I'd
No
mentioned to him, because it was a hard 3 months. I lost my uncle while I was in boot camp, and I lost my I was in boot camp on my mom's what would have been my mom's 44th birthday.
Wow.
And ironically enough, I was on the rifle range.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
I was qualifying that day.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Man, that's tough to go.
It's an experience. But
and to show that your drill instructors are there for you, in those times of need. A lot of people think that a drill instructor, is all they are there to just yell and scream and do all that type of stuff, but they're not. I mean, they're there to take care of you as well, and which is fantastic.
They're absolutely there to be your stand-in parent and teach you right from wrong. And how to do things the right way. And I love that. I knew going into boot camp that it was going to be a mental game. I had a feeling that was going to be the case because you can't just take a civilian, throw them in a uniform, teach them a few basics, and call him a military member. You gotta do it. There is a certain methodical way of doing it. And I think that I think that's something that's been forgotten over the years. I think that I think that the Marine Corps has done a fantastic job of trying to keep that tradition, that show of force, show of ability rather.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the four most important guys in my life next to my gunnery sergeant that I was stationed with, and they taught me so much. I mean, I can name, using all 10 fingers and all 10 toes, of how many amazing leaders I had throughout my military career. A lot of leaders
awesome.
that was in my mind, because obviously I didn't see it before 2006, but in my mind, I think that's where the change started. You start getting those leaders that are more passionate about helping others. Yeah. And I wanted to emulate that. I wanted to care about others. I mean, it comes naturally to me. So of course I'm going to try and, feed that into my military training.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, so talk. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Talk me through. So you get through boot camp, and you knew what your MOS was going to be leading up to, right?
I went in as an aviation option, so it could have
Okay.
been anything from the job that I actually did in the Marine Corps, ground support equipment, all the way
Mhm.
up to I could have been a stitcher at
Yeah.
AL, logistics, anything like that. I got lucky and stuck with mechanics. Um,
Okay.
Obviously, I was in a time where they weren't really guaranteeing jobs. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously they can guarantee a job,
Right.
but I didn't I didn't go in with a guaranteed job. I just knew I wanted aviation and I wanted to be able to be able to deploy. That's what I knew I wanted.
So
And I ended
so
up
you found
getting
out then you found out at the end of boot camp specifically what the MOS was going to be.
yes, yeah, I
Okay.
did. And when I found out it was aviation support equipment mechanic, I read the name of it, and it's literally like a mile long name. It's aviation support and hydraulics equipment and structure mechanic. That's the entire
Wow.
length of that's the entire length and verbiage of my job. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's a mouthful. So we just call it GSE. Or in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Air
yeah.
Force, they call it AGE,
Okay.
aviation
So
ground equipment.
so after boot camp, right?
Uh-huh.
You took 10 days leave in between
I did.
going Yeah, okay.
I graduated January 7th of
Okay.
2007. And so
And
because it was
your
right after the
family came
holidays.
did your family come
Yeah.
down for
Yep.
the graduation and everything? Okay, very
Yep.
nice.
I had my dad, my brother, my aunt all showed up, which I was thrilled about. My aunt
Mhm.
flew out from Georgia, where
Nice.
my family's originally from. And um, she was another inspiration for me. She was
Mhm.
a she was another Navy girl.
Okay.
She was I believe her job was either admin or communications. She never really talked about her job much, but
Mhm.
I knew over time because obviously you go through stuff, so you don't really want to talk too much. But
Mhm.
she definitely was an inspiration for me. She was at one point she held a billet of command master chief.
Hmm. No
Yeah,
kidding. Wow.
yes,
So she
sir.
was in a while then.
Oh yeah, she did 22 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 22 years in the Navy. Um, and she's such a great person. I love her to death.
Mhm.
And she's like I said, she's another inspiration for me. Um, when I joined the Marine Corps.
Very
Uh,
nice.
yeah, and when I went on my 10 days leave, I came home. It felt so different.
Yeah.
It felt so different just being being home and not, you know, getting up and going to school every day or anything like
Mhm.
that. I mean, it's typical. I was an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I'd never been away from home before, and now I'm coming home to visit. It was
Yeah.
different. It felt weird.
Yeah, that's
So
very true
yeah.
though. I mean, you're going
Oh yeah.
directly from, you're used to going to school, you're used to doing those things. You leave, you come back, and it's literally just visiting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of the guys that I used to hang out with had already left for boot camp, so they
Mm,
weren't there to hang out with. And
right.
uh, I got lucky. I did get to see him in boot camp. We were
Oh,
going
very
through
nice.
dental, and I happened to see him in the lobby.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, that I thought was really cool. And I'll tell you what, the jokingness and the camaraderie that you gain in boot camp with
Yeah.
with your fellow recruits and everything is just it's so much fun. We had so much fun in boot camp. I mean, we were not, obviously, you know, everybody's not going to be rock stars and things like that, but you're going to have people that are just gung ho and ready to have fun and get this done. And that's what happened with me. I mean, I had the one of the are you good if I go on a tangent and tell a couple of
You
boot
can
camp
do
stories?
whatever. Let's go wherever you want to go with it. It's your story, man. I'm just along for the ride.
Okay. So, couple of boot camp stories for you. One of the guys that was a witness at my baptism was in my platoon. So he was there. We were practicing drill, and obviously, you know, we're not perfect. We're gonna screw up. It happens. And so we were in IT, just about to get IT or get done with IT. We could feel it coming. And it's so hot and so sweaty, my fingers slipped off the charging handle and launched that sucker forward. Everybody was, I don't believe it. I was like, oh no, did I actually let this happen? And I feel this kick in my back, and I'm like, oh, and I fall, and I turn around, and it's my buddy. It's Crane sitting there, and he's got this angry look on his face, and I'm like, dude, it wasn't on purpose, I promise. So I'm a passive guy. I know, a Marine that's passive, go figure. But instead of going off on him like I probably should have, because he kicked me right in the spine, I ended up taking my taking the foregrips of my rifle and smacking my head. Matter of fact, I will show you the scar.
Oh,
Right
jeez. Wow.
Instead of hitting him, I hit myself.
Oh, jeez.
And we get online. And I was in the front row at this point.
Yeah.
The front squad. And my drill instructor, he comes on. We all get to attention, port arms, you know, the whole spiel.
Yeah.
And he's walking down the line. He sees the blood rushing down my forehead, walks past me, and I swear it looked like something out of a movie. He backs up, turns and looks at me, looks at the last recruit, and goes, "Last recruit, go get senior." And he goes to the hatch, pounds on the hatch. Senior looks at the kid, looks at the recruit, and just goes, "Nope, go away." And Sergeant Vasquez looked at me and was like, "Hey, senior, come take a look at this psychopath." And I just died. I couldn't hold it in. I think I broke so many times in boot camp that, but it was so worth the IT, because I'm a comic. I'm a comedic guy. I love to do goofy stuff and play around and everything. And it didn't matter to me. I was like, okay, this is going to be worth the IT.
Yeah. Nice.
And I just, it was so funny. And that was the first experience. The last one was graduation week. We were practicing for the Eagle Globe and Anchor ceremony, and we were practicing, and Sergeant Vasquez, again, God bless that man, he was the one that handed me my Eagle Globe and Anchor in boot camp. And I was so emotional. I'm an emotional guy anyway, so but but him presenting me with my Eagle Globe and Anchor is my probably my most special moment from the military.
Yeah.
That is my moment. That is my zero, my
Yeah.
reset.
I like it.
And he told me a story, and I will never forget it. He goes, Ramshur, I had a dog once. She was shaggy, goofy looking. You look like my dog after she got run over. And I could not move. I was laughing so hard. And you had a square of recruits just falling out laughing. And so you see
That's
him.
great.
You know how some recruits will have that story where they got their drill instructor to break.
Yeah.
I was one of those recruits,
Nice.
thankfully, because I saw him drop that Smoky, and as soon as I saw that Smoky just peek up a little bit, I knew. I was like, yes. In my mind, I did it. I got my drill instructor to break before graduation.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. Very nice. Very
But
nice.
yeah, man. I mean, after I got home, it was so different, and
Mhm.
and so many things had changed in my neighborhood and with my
Yeah.
family and everything, and I was kind of in a whirlwind at that point.
Yeah.
But I knew, I was like, well, I'm already in the gun club, so I got to keep going.
Yeah.
So I kept going, and
Yeah.
and after MCT at Pendleton, I went to Florida for my training.
Okay.
After I got my training done, I went
Now, how
to
long is the training? Your MOS school?
so I was there for 6 months,
Okay.
and then but that I was there in a time where everything was backed up,
Oh, so you were waiting for your school to start?
waiting for the classes to
Yeah.
start, getting through all the prereqs and all that stuff, and
Right.
honestly, it felt like college. It
Yeah.
really felt like college. It
Okay.
really did, and I love that. That was see, you get a lot of these people that talk about, oh, I went to college after I graduated and did this and did that and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, so did I. I went to the college of hard knocks.
That's
I
true.
went
Yeah.
I went through the college of hard knocks. That's what I went through. So I feel you on that.
I like it. I
but
like it.
but yeah, I mean, I was so excited to be in the Marine Corps. I didn't know
Hmm.
what to do with myself. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna keep going with my training and keep going and figure out where I want to go.
Right.
And
And that was down
when
in
I was
Pensacola?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was in Pensacola for 9 months, and then after Pensacola, I went to I actually came back to San Diego and went to
Okay.
Coronado for my secondary school,
Oh, wow.
which was fantastic. I loved being back in San Diego. I
Hmm.
I live in the high desert now, but I miss
Hmm.
San Diego. I really do, because I mean, I ended up getting stationed there.
Hmm.
I was out of Miramar,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I got to Miramar in October of 2007, and that was a fun experience trying to get checked in, because it
Hmm.
was during fire season.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, I know you're familiar with Miramar area.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
um, yeah, fire season sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a true
And when you
statement. Yeah.
have over 2/3 of a base that live off base
Hmm.
in those areas, it tends to be a little chaotic.
Yeah. That's true.
It took us, no kidding, it took us about 3.5 weeks to check in.
No kidding. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
quite a while.
yeah, yeah. Because nobody was in the offices.
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to get their stuff from burning.
Yeah.
But
Very
we
true.
rolled
Yeah.
with it. we rolled with it, but when I got there and I got settled into Miramar, I realized there's some life experiences that I should have got before I got in. Like,
Okay.
don't be gullible with people. That is one
Yeah.
thing that I regret, was being gullible.
Yeah. Now,
Lots.
what types of things with that did you like? What was the experiences? I mean,
So I had a Marine that I knew him from training, from because he was in the class ahead of me.
yeah,
But I didn't really know him that well. I just knew like basic stuff. He's from
right.
California and stuff like that. Well, Christmas time, I'm not one to shy away from helping somebody at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he had brought up an issue that he couldn't get home.
Okay.
He told me he couldn't get home. Well, he could have. He just chose not to.
Yeah.
But it cost me some actual
Mm,
money.
yeah.
But it's like lessons like that. I'm glad I learned them in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Like it sucks that it happened in the Marine Corps, but I'm glad that it happened
Yeah.
because I learned from it and I took it to heart after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm still not changing who I am. I'm still a helpful person. I'm just a lot
Mm-hmm.
more careful.
Yeah. 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 Little more cautious. You got to look out. You got to make sure that
Yeah,
everything's legit, type of deal. You don't want to get burned
exactly.
more than once. Yeah.
Exactly. And it definitely took me, I will confidently say it took me 2 tries to figure that out. That first one and then a second one. But
Yeah.
after that, I don't believe I don't I didn't I didn't really spend too much effort trying to help people that couldn't be helped.
Yeah. Yeah.
It, you
Yeah.
know, but that again, that's one of the things that I learned. I took
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot of mental health skills in the Marine Corps.
Nice. Yeah.
I will honestly say, through all the garbage that I went through and the headaches and the long hours and everything, I did take a lot of mental health uh, training from the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I'm glad they started doing that when I was in.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that was very helpful in my growth, especially as an 18-year-old kid, 18, 19 years old, that
Mm-hmm.
has never been away from home before. The
Right.
military side of it was easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just follow orders, make sure you take care of yourself, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you know it's one of those things. It's like it has to, it's gonna work, so why not do it? You know,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah. It's
keep
a good
on it.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of, I think a lot of veterans forget that. I
Mm-hmm.
think they don't realize, and and if they do realize, they look at it as, oh well, it's the camaraderie, it's that. It's not just the camaraderie, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's the mental aspect of it too. It,
Right.
I'm a very big advocate for mental health, mostly because of what I've been through. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want people, I don't want people being through that, being
Right.
stuck going through something like that. I want them
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have the tools to be able to reach out and prevent an issue.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
talk me
So
through, like, once you get to your duty station, kind of tell me like what was the daily operations for you? What was your experience
oh,
there? Those types of things.
so aviation's a little bit different than ground side. Obviously, we're not in the fight, eye to eye, but we're there.
Yeah.
So working, for us working 12-hour days, 8-hour days, 10-hour days, it was normal. Occasionally you'd have to, you'd still end up being punished for somebody doing something stupid.
Right.
But
yeah.
but
it happens
for the most part. Yeah, it happens. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, especially when you get a bunch of kids together that have never done anything like this before. So
very true.
So it was one of those things that I was glad I went through it all, and it taught me a lot of skills, and it taught me to tolerate a lot of stuff. I'm very, very, very passive about getting into scuffles and stuff like that because I just don't like confrontation. It's something that developed in my brain. I don't like it. Do the right thing the first time, and you won't have that problem.
yeah, very true. Yeah, absolutely. Now, as far as your job goes, like what types of things were you doing?
Oh gosh, I was working on hydraulic lines, tires, engines, transmissions, differentials. I was basically an aviation diesel mechanic.
Okay. So, and you're
And
talking
I
for the
loved it.
aircraft themselves, right?
So the equipment that supports the aircraft. So all the equipment that they use on the aircraft, that was my job. My job was to maintain those pieces of equipment, and I loved it. I'm a mechanic by trade anyway. And I've been doing it since I was 12 years old. So working on diesel equipment was fun to me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I always came to work with ready to get going. Like, okay, what am I putting together today?
Right. Yeah. So you're no kidding, like taking things apart, fixing whatever needs and putting it back together and sending it back out type of deal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When my first command, shout out to Miles 11, by the way. My first command, that's all we did was we were what they called the eye level mechanics. So we were there's 3 levels to maintenance in the Marine Corps. There's O level, eye level, and then there's a 3rd level that is mostly civilian contractors.
Got you. Okay.
So yeah, they do the real like in-depth teardowns. We do like engine swaps, transmission swaps, stuff like that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it was a good time. It was a really good time. I learned a lot. I learned so much more doing that job than I probably learned at Universal Technical Institute that I went to college.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Working on things and trying to figure things out and trying to make sure that things are right and gonna work, especially running into complications of not having parts. That was our biggest headache, was not having parts. And
so you're literally having to adapt or figure out ways to make something work when you don't have the actual parts and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Making your own hydraulic lines, making your own oil lines.
Wow.
We had everything we could possibly have to do stuff like that, and it was great. I loved it.
Wow.
I love fabricating and building. I'm actually a very avid Lego nerd as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I enjoy building things. I'm very hands-on. And that's how I knew like that's what drove me to my job in the first place was I knew I didn't want to sit behind a desk.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather be in the pits, working, doing things, and getting things done.
Yeah. You like that hands-on, actually out doing something, with your
Absolutely.
hands and that type of stuff. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Now, how
Yeah.
long
And
how long did you spend at Miles 11?
I was there from October of 2007 all the
Mm-hmm.
way up until December of 2010.
Okay,
And then
very nice.
from there, I actually went to my dream squadron.
Okay.
When I was with the C-130s,
Oh, nice,
BMGR 352.
nice.
Yeah,
And is that
352, the Raiders.
is that there at Miramar as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were there. And I love the C-130. Like it, I can talk all the crap I want about it, but to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I love it.
Yeah.
I really love that plane. I grew up, like I said, my dad was a C-17 mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
so I knew that in the Marine Corps, the C-130 was the closest thing I could get,
Right. Yeah.
and that became my dream. And my gunnery sergeant, when I was told, she pulled me into the office and she's like, "Hey, I have a piece of news for you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's that, Gunner Sergeant?" And she goes, "How would you like your dream squadron?" Because she knew I wanted it, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Absolutely, well, yeah, heck yeah." We had just had my daughter,
Uh-huh.
my oldest daughter, me and my first wife. We just had her, and I get told that I'm going to my dream squadron. Heck yeah, but there was a small catch. I had to go to
Uh-oh.
Africa for 5 months.
Well, it's not a horrible thing, I suppose. Although,
No, I,
having a brand new daughter, that not necessarily fun.
it kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It sucked
Yeah.
because I'm a father. I'm very heavy on liking parenting and stuff like that. Like I
Hmm.
love kids.
Yeah.
I love taking care of kids. I loved raising kids, and that's all I ever wanted to do when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Was be a father.
Hmm.
And when I found out I was going to have my little girl, well, she ain't little no more. She's going to be 15 next month.
Oh, jeez. She's always gonna be your
But
little girl, though.
oh, absolutely, both of them will.
Yeah.
I have two daughters, Elizabeth and Megan, and Elizabeth was daddy's girl.
Yeah.
She got to experience it more than her sister did, but her sister did get a little bit of time with me before that whole event happened. Um,
Uh-huh.
but I'll touch on that um, after the service because it kind of leads up to that.
Okay.
But yeah, they are spitting images of their dad. Creative,
Yeah. Nice.
smart, funny, goofy,
Yeah.
just all around great. I couldn't ask for two better daughters, and
That's awesome.
and I love it. I really do. Um, Honestly, if I could have had more, I probably would. But
Yeah.
second wife's like, okay, we got your two daughters. We don't need any more.
Yeah. I understand. I got two, and that's handful enough for me. It's it can be a handful. I'll say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so I was when my gunnery sergeant told me you got to go on deployment for 5 months,
Yeah.
which almost turned into 7.
Oh,
Actually,
geez.
it was C-130s. So our C-130s, they don't deploy the same as a regular F-18 squadron. They don't go out as long. They do shorter times because they got to maintain the plane a lot more often than maintaining a fighter. So
I see. Okay.
So our deployment, it actually was only supposed to be 3 months, but of course our relief broke down in Sigonella, Italy.
Oh man, that's so rough. That's a rough place to break down.
It's so that's an absolutely horrible place to break down. I mean, I can't say nothing. We broke down in Hawaii, Thailand, Guam.
I mean, if you're gonna
And
break down,
Diego, yeah. If we're gonna break
down in a
down, we
good
might as well
place.
do it in style.
That's right. That's right.
But
I love it.
but yeah, it was, honestly, it was a good experience. Going to Africa. I've been to I've had 2 deployments. I've had a UDP deployment to Japan in Iwakuni in 2009. And then I was with Mal's 12 out there, and that was great. I'd never been out of the country before, so going to Japan was a cool experience for me. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I climbed my gunny. He took us on kind of a little field trip, as he called it. We went to Mount Miyajima in Iwakuni. We went to I actually got to see Hiroshima.
Oh, nice.
Which was that is the most gorgeous city I've ever seen in my life. It's very, like, it looks dreary because it's a lot of cloud coverage because of where it's at, but it is so gorgeous there. It really is. I'm not normally a city person. I like the country. I like having my space, but it was a gorgeous place to go. It really was.
So
I was
they
so
take
excited.
really good care of it and clean and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's Japan's nice because they have real laws against littering and disrespecting the grounds that they've built. And I love that. I think that's absolutely prideful. And pride
I would agree with
pride
that.
isn't always a necessarily a sin in my view. Pride isn't necessarily a sin. And for them to have that kind of pride in their country, in their town, is awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that.
Wow. But yeah, great times. Those 2 deployments I did were fantastic. I mean, I bet
when you were when you were working with the C-130s, did you actually fly with them? Like, how did that work?
Yeah,
you did. Okay.
So my exact job description stateside, it was ground support equipment representative at the squadron level. So basically, I was attached to power line, which is engine shop for the C-130s. I was attached to them. That's who my command started out as. And then when I deployed to Africa, I was actually the program manager for GSE out there. So basically, I made sure the gear was prepped. I made sure the gear was running correctly. and ready to go for them at a moment's notice, which it was kind of hectic because it did lead to like 18-hour days.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but
I can
that's
see that for sure.
but when you're on call, where we were in Africa, we were at the Horn of Africa, so where we were, you had to be ready all the time. You couldn't, and with the constant humidity at night and during the day, on top of everything else going on, because we were with the 13th Mu.
Okay.
And then we actually supported the 31st as well, while we were out there.
Because it overlapped.
Yeah, they overlapped because their C-130s didn't get there before we were ready to leave. So kind of screwed things up a little bit, but that's okay. I love the experience though. I mean, I met so many great people. I met multiple. I have friends in every branch of the military now because of those deployments.
Nice.
I've met Korean Marines. I've met those guys are fun. They are cool. I've met Australian Marines, British, Air Force. I've met Navy. I've met Army, National Guard. Heck, I like to say, because I live by my mom's moniker of she can make friends with anybody. So I made friends with everybody.
Which you know how that they say that the Marine Corps is a good old boy network, meaning you got to make friends, and if you want something, and you got a friend, then you can get it done.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. That is 100% true. I had so many friends in different departments, and I was like, cool, if I need something done, I'm just coming to you, bro.
I love it.
Oh yeah. And those, honestly, because I've been through the trainings, I've been through the deployments, and granted, I only did a couple of deployments in 5 years, but still, I was 4 years technically, because I don't count training. I don't think anybody really counts training.
That's the reason it was a 5-year contract, because how long the training was, right?
Yeah. At that time, they were only giving out 5-year contracts because they were so backed up getting people through training that it was just, and it sucked because it all rolled downhill, because it started at the top, like, oh, we don't have any spots open. Well, okay, we need spots, because when you get to the because that's the thing I found the funniest was you got to the fleet and they're still struggling. Like you think, okay, cool, we're ready to go. We're getting. I mean, I had 3 or 4 other people actually check in with me that were GSE. So it was one of those things. It was like, how are you guys? Oh, now I get it. It's like, how are you struggling? Now I get it. Now I see it. Because there were times, man. There were times that we couldn't get parts to save our lives. We could not get any parts, and we couldn't. There was so much back and forth between maintenance and the admin side of it and everything. Like, well, why is your workload 160%? Well, because we don't have parts. What are you gonna do?
You have to figure something out, and that takes time.
Yeah, exactly. You have to figure it out. You have to figure something out until you know. Oh, okay. Well, that's why we had hanger queens. We had hanger queens that were not going anywhere anytime soon. So we just, okay, well, we'll just put the order on that one and we'll take that part.
Yeah.
Always
Very
making
nice.
stuff work. It was great.
Yeah.
It gave you a lot of freedom as a mechanic, which was really cool. That was actually an enjoyable part of it. Because I could get stuff done.
Yeah, it gives new meaning to the word adapt and overcome. And what's
absolutely.
Really every job, every MOS has a different perspective of adapt and overcome.
Yeah, and I've noticed that. I mean, even with even going down to band is, you guys are crazy. I don't know how you guys can deal with that between the schedule and the performances.
Yeah.
Oh my, I wouldn't wish that kind of hectic on anybody.
It's a different world, I'll say that. You're always eyes are always on you, right?
Yes.
And not just at the lower level, at the unit level, but we're talking like commanding general level. The eyes are always on you. So yeah, it can get a little hectic at times.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, I got married in 2010. Found out we were going to have my daughter literally a week later.
Oh wow. Okay.
Lizzie was a honeymoon baby.
Nice.
And then Megan was a 2 years kind of planned, unplanned, but I love her.
Okay.
I would not have changed how that all happened. Like it gave me an experience.
Oh yeah.
And they say, because you're getting into the dark side of the military, you're getting into the problems, the problems that come with being in a relationship in the military. You got, you meet somebody who you actually grew up with, and things don't go the way that you think they were going to go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
That
but
is one of the things in the military. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. It very tough. But I will say the experience, like I said, gave me 2 beautiful daughters, and I would not change that for the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
It made me, I like to say that it prepared me for my second marriage.
Yeah.
Because now I know what not to do and what to do better.
it's yeah, you're right. Yeah. You learn from I say you learn from mistakes. So yeah, it's good.
And that's the way it is. And honestly, I don't diving into a little of the personal. I don't get to see my daughters now. We, like I said, the fallout from the first marriage.
Yeah.
But I'm confident. I got 3 years until my daughter turns 18, but I ain't waiting that long. I'm planning on, I mean, everything's been doing the last 5 to 7 years have been pretty good. They're slowly getting better. But I'm confident that I get to be reunited with them again soon.
Absolutely.
And honestly, they know me. They're very familiar with me. I mean, they see a picture of Dress Blues and they're like, "Dad."
Yeah.
Because that's the picture they have of me is me in my Dress Blues. And
nice.
I love that. I made sure that that was the key ingredient in the situation while I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
So, but yeah,
Wow.
I mean, honestly, military, the life is not for everybody, but I
very
will
true.
gladly do it again if asked.
Yeah.
Like if they came to me and said, "Hey, I may not be able to do mechanics or anything like that anymore, but I will help if I could." You know,
Yeah.
like the apocalypse would be
Yeah.
absolutely fun for me.
Oh man, that's awesome. So you did a total of 5 years.
Yes.
And then at that point, you decided, hey, I'm going to transition out.
Yeah. Again, going back to the first marriage, that's the reason
Mhm.
I transitioned out, was
Gotcha.
because I think a lot of it was a mental head game with me, because
Mhm.
of the timing of my daughter being born, and then 3 months later I have to deploy. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's the part that kind of got to me. Like,
Mhm.
if I always look at it like this, if the roles were reversed and I was my spouse,
Mhm.
I think maybe I could have done it a little bit different.
Mhm.
But in actuality, it didn't work out that way. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks I couldn't stay in, because I wanted to do a second term. I,
Yeah.
I, I, I absolutely wanted to reenlist. I had my package in and everything, but the damage was already done and I couldn't
Right.
recover. So I was like, you
Mm.
know what? I'm just going to cut my loss
Yeah.
and call it a day. I still carry my dog tags. I still
Nice.
did the
Yeah.
thing. And I
Mhm.
think that was what was most important for me. I still
Yeah.
did the thing. I did
Absolutely.
the thing, and I did it right.
Mhm.
I did I didn't, I didn't see multiple ranks over and over again.
Yeah.
I kept my
Yeah.
head on straight enough that I was good. So
Mhm.
I will take that as a win.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, the being a corporal, in my opinion, that is one of the just I don't know. It's one of those. I'm an NCO now, and you know that's one of those great
Yeah,
ranks to have.
it
So
really is. I was more excited for sergeant.
yeah.
I wanted sergeant before I got out, which
Hmm.
if I that is my one regret.
Yeah.
If I would have extended for 3 months, I would have picked up sergeant before I got out.
No kidding. Wow.
Yep. My
Wow.
cutting score came out literally right before I got out. And it
No
showed
kidding.
me, like, I think I was like 50 points
Oh, geez. Yeah.
from actually getting sergeant. And I was like, oh man. Because, I mean, sergeant, gunnery sergeant, master gunnery sergeant,
Yeah.
master sergeant, those are the ranks you want in the military.
Yeah.
Those are like the really the well established ranks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
The
I
the way
just
I the way I always looked at it was like your odd number, so you or no, I'm sorry, the even number ranks. So you get to corporal, corporal, staff sergeant. Those are your learning ranks, right? You're learning how to be an
yeah,
NCO, or you're learning how to be a staff NCO, and then you get to the
absolutely.
others. You know, the odd rank sergeant and gunnery sergeant. Now you've been there, you've done that, you learned it, and now you're kind of the one teaching. So
Yeah.
that's kind of
And
how I
that and
always
then
looked at it.
yeah, that's exactly the way that everybody should look at it.
Yeah.
It's the Marine Corps. If the Marine Corps taught me one one thing, um, it's that it's not as scary as people make it seem.
Hmm.
It's not as it it's not rocket science. You know,
That's true.
it's really not. And you know the old adage, common sense ain't so common.
Yeah.
That's what we run into. It really,
Yeah, that's very true.
uh,
Well, talk me through, like, once you got out, like, what was where did you go? What did you do?
Oh, once I got out, it was chaos. I was going through the divorce. I was going through school. I knew what I wanted to do after I got out. Because that was going to be the plan, whether I stayed in for 5 years or 20. I knew I wanted to be a mechanic after I got out. So I went to Universal Technical Institute out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. And I went through their basic automotive and their Ford accelerated credential training program. The FACTS program. And I June of 2013. I graduated with my certificates.
Nice.
I'm so technically I'm a retired Ford mechanic, Ford certified mechanic. Because I actually ended up retiring in 2018.
No kidding. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
I found out through the VA. That was another thing that I didn't like getting out was the transition assistance program.
Yeah.
It was so archaic back then.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was almost like sitting through a war zone again, because you had all this information getting thrown at you. And none of it stuck.
Yeah.
None of it stuck.
That's very true. Yeah.
I mean, they basically said to you, if you get out and you didn't lose a body part, you're not going to get a claim. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. And I'm like, geez, okay. So we get out and we're done and we just go move on. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I moved on. I went to UTI. I graduated. I started working at shops. But that was another problem I was having I think they don't teach you for transitioning. They don't teach you, in my mind, properly. I probably using the wrong thought process for that, but they don't teach you properly how to get out. They really don't.
Yeah.
They just
I would agree with that.
It's one of those things. It's like, but you paid for all this training for us, for each individual person. I mean, I think when I enlisted, they said it took something like $120,000 to train one Marine.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, and but they don't want to spend the time and money to prevent a problem later, as far as people getting out. Because you see the sides of the road. You see the stuff on social media. You see all of that, and it's like, if you just try, you would make this so much better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned that it's a politic thing. It is what it is. You're never going to get 100% help, but you're going to get something.
Yeah. And I mean, you got to look at it too. There's a lot of people transitioning out, so they have to make a program, something to be able to give to everybody, and then hope that they're going to ask the right questions, or they're going to go to the right people that they need to go to. And that doesn't always happen just because you don't know, you don't know what you're going to need once you get out. So, I mean, some people do, but it's hit or miss.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I actually, in 2019, I actually, or no, 2020, I'm sorry. They actually raised my VA disability. I'm one of the lucky ones. I got my disability and everything all done on my own. I didn't have any excess help or anything like that. I just,
good for you, man.
And
that's
awesome. one thing I love to help other veterans when it comes to their VA assistance and programs and everything that they can do after they get out. I love helping people like that, because we need to have that help. It's not. I would rather somebody lead me by the hand and walk me through this, then and experience it, then somebody tell me on paper in a you remember death by PowerPoint.
Oh yeah.
That's
been there
pretty
once
much
or twice.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's like, I don't like PowerPoints. I never liked them. I didn't even like them going through training, but I know they got to be there. But at least give some hands-on stuff, like teach us. Oh yeah, this is the building you got to go to, or this is the building you got to go to. So I try to be that bridge for those other veterans that are coming out, especially these new guys that are just transitioning out now, that are that haven't been in very long. They never did the full military experience. They just did their time and got out. So I try to help as best as I can.
I will say the VSO, the Veteran Service Veteran Service Officers that are out there are doing a much better job.
Absolutely.
They get the training they need. They get so things are getting much better. And even like the Marine Corps League, they just started doing starting a veteran service organization program. So it's fairly new to the Marine Corps League. Yeah. So that's something that they just started. So if you're interested in that, I would say, if you're a member of the league somewhere, go in and say, hey, I want to do this. But I know the head guy, and I can put you in contact with him too at some point in time. But it's a good deal for the Marine Corps League.
Well, I'm actually that's another thing into my transition that I was going to talk about, that I would love to talk about, is I'm actually a part of an organization here in the high desert. We are called the High Desert Marines. We are a veterans organization out of the high desert. We do Victorville, Hesperia, Adelanto, Barstow, Apple Valley, California, Lucerne Valley, pretty much the entire high desert. We are all Marine Corps veterans, and then we do have an auxiliary as well for spouses and others to join. And I found them. My sister actually found them for me. I call her my adopted sister. I met her at UTI, and we became like thicker than thieves. We we have been best friends since 2011.
Nice.
Yeah. But she actually turned me over to these guys, and they're fantastic people. Every year, matter of fact, this Saturday, they're hosting a Marine Corps birthday ball for veterans.
Nice.
And it's for veterans in active duty, and it's here in the high desert. And I am so thrilled. I cannot wait, because it gives me a chance to wear my dress blues again.
Very nice.
and
Yeah. You'll have
and
a
I
good time
love
too,
that.
man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with General Baum.
But I know that name, Balm, Balm, right?
Yep,
Something like that. Yeah.
yep. He was the
Mm.
adjutant general for the Marine Corps for a while. He's actually retired now.
Mm-hmm.
He just retired. He's been our guest speaker a couple of times at our birthday ball function.
Okay. And he's in that
Yeah.
area, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Well, no. So, ironically enough, he actually knows a few of the Marines in our group, in our
Oh,
organization.
okay. Mm-hmm.
He knows a few of them personally. So, he matter of fact, I'm gonna be letting my high desert Marines. I'm gonna be letting
Mm-hmm.
them know about your podcast and everything because
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they would. We have we have some really awesome Marine veterans running this organization, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they need the spotlight. They need to be
Yeah,
turned onto the
for sure.
spotlight because the the High Desert Marines has grown. It was founded in 2007,
Okay.
so they've been around for a while now, and how much it's grown over the years, and in
Mm-hmm.
the short time that I've been with them, it needs to be on the map because this we do the same thing that VSOs do and stuff like that. We provide that camaraderie for veterans for because we don't have a problem if you're another branch. You're
Yeah.
you're more than invited to join the auxiliary and be a part of our group.
Right.
Um, I mean, we have the DAV,
Mm-hmm.
the Disabled American Vets. We have
Right.
members. We have members that are members of the DAV. We have members that
Mm-hmm.
are members of the veterans centers up here.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that I absolutely love came out of the OIF OEF was we have
Mm-hmm.
vet centers where veterans can go to hang out and not only get the help they need, but also meet other veterans.
Yeah.
Huge thing for me. That that and parenting are probably my two biggest focuses on trying to get people together. I
Yeah.
love organizations that provide an outlet like that for people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And eventually I want to give back um, in my own way. I want to
Mm-hmm.
provide, you know, a place for veterans to come and, you know, work on their car or play with some horses, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff because we need more of that. We need more inclusivity instead of
Yeah.
exclusivity. We really do.
Yeah. I'd agree with that for sure. Yeah.
So
There's
yeah,
some incredible organizations out there that are doing a lot of the things that you're talking about. Here in Oklahoma, there's an organization. I have to look it up. I can't remember exactly what the name of it is, but they basically put on events throughout the state, and
yep.
so there's local chapters within all the different counties, but they
Hmm.
host these different events. Maybe it's a pool tournament, or maybe it's a the campfire or something like that. I don't know.
Yep.
They come up with all these different
Oh
types of
yeah.
things, and it's
I
just
love
for
seeing all
veterans to
that.
get together.
Yeah, I love seeing all that stuff. I've
Yeah,
seen it pop up. Like my algorithm is nothing but toys, Legos, Marine Corps, military, and cars. And so
nice.
anything associated with all that is great. Like uh, the Wounded Warrior Project.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Wounded Warrior Foundation. They are an amazing organization, and
Absolutely, yeah.
the way that they're giving back to veterans is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one of the guys that comes on is one of the regulars for the Fireside Chat. Mark O'Loughlin
Uh-huh.
works for Wounded Warrior Project, so
Oh,
he's been
awesome.
doing that for a while. Yeah, he's a
Right
retired
on.
sergeant major, but he got a job with Wounded Warrior, and man, he's been doing fantastic stuff with them.
That's excellent. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. I
Oh yeah,
mean, they're being trigger points, even on the social media platforms, seeing
mm-hmm.
the big military veteran presence and active duty presence has
Yeah.
been so uplifting for me. Because I mean, all of my friends are all scattered to the winds.
Mm-hmm.
They're all over the place. So having that outlet on social media, using well, more specifically, using social media the way it's supposed to be used,
Yeah,
I think that's
I
what
agree with
makes
that.
me very happy with it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, how did you find about the podcast here? How was that?
So you actually your podcast came across my For You page on TikTok.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
I got
it
you.
actually came across my TikTok, and I was looking at it. I'm like, Lost Art Project, huh? Okay, let me check. And I start looking. I see all the Marine Corps stuff, and
Yeah.
I saw the Third Mob Band, and I was like, wait a minute, holy cow! Okay, cool. Because honestly, I get giddy like a schoolgirl when I see other Marine
Yeah, yeah,
veterans because I get so excited. Because it's like, okay, I can relate to this person. We're gonna
yeah,
share some stories and we're gonna have some fun. And that's what started it. I was like, okay,
yeah, yeah.
cool. I like
Now that
this.
was that with one of my live feeds that I do during the week?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It
Cool.
was one of your live feeds, and it was awesome. I was like, oh, this is cool. Telling telling my story, because I think back to my interview that I had to do for my VA claim.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
the interviewer basically was scared because I told her my story, and I told her the bad, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything.
Yeah.
And she point blank asked me, I know they weren't supposed to do this, but she did it anyway. She point blank asked me, why haven't you put a round through you yet? And I'm like,
Yeah.
because I laughed in her face, and I said, because I'm too stubborn to do it.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm too stubborn to do it. I got stuff to do, and I ain't got a lot of time to do it. So that stuff
Yeah.
can sit by the wayside.
Yeah, yeah. And you bring up a good point. Is a lot of individuals have been in your position. I mean, heck, I've been in that position, and it's finding others like yourself that you can talk with, that you can have that camaraderie again. Is at least from what I have found, the best way to combat all that stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. I could not agree more. That so true. I mean,
Yeah.
I look back at all the stuff that I've been through, both good and bad, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 37. I'll be 38 in February. How
Yeah.
have I survived this long? Obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
did something right along the way.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you got to remind yourself of that too. I think that's an
Oh
important thing
yeah,
that you got to do.
absolutely.
Everyone
Huge for mental
has
health.
done good and has had good at some point
Yeah.
in time. We just got to remember that.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm I'm just so thrilled that I've been lucky enough to have the experiences that I've had, because
Yeah.
they've turned me into the person I am today,
Mm.
and nobody can take that away from me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, man.
But
I've enjoyed listening to your story, man. I've had a good conversation
I
with you. So
appreciate
thanks
that.
for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
When I realized that I could actually do this, I you wouldn't be able to guess it, but I hate public speaking. This is comfortable for me. This is
this is the
absolutely
reason I do
comfortable
it
for
this
me.
way. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
love this.
one-on-one conversation, man.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. I love the back and forth, the banter, the goofiness, the stories and everything. It's just
Yeah.
you I can honestly say, and I'm gonna get a little mushy gushy on you. I can honestly say that this was the best thing to happen to my PTSD I've had in a long time.
Man.
So I want to thank you.
No, thank you, man. Thanks for saying that. That means a lot. I do think it's incredibly important to tell your story, your individual story. Anytime you can talk about it, it helps. What's the word I'm looking for? It helps, like, to lift the burden, if you will, right?
Heal.
And you're sharing that burden. Heal. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But I love doing this, man. It has been my passion since I retired, and I'm going to continue to do it. And it's good for one, it's good for the veteran themselves telling their story, and then two, it's good for other veterans to hear it, and it's good for future generations. As they're coming
absolutely.
up, whether it be your family or just other people that happen to see it.
Absolutely.
It's important all the way around.
Absolutely. I could turn around when I get my daughters back and I say when I can show them this podcast.
Absolutely.
I can show or even it can pop up on them at random. They could be randomly cruising. I mean, Lizzie's 15 now. Megan just turned 13. Oh yeah. They're going to be getting into social media and stuff soon. So I'm excited. That was a driving force in me wanting to do this.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this, but all of the podcasts, when I'm doing these interviews like this, I'm sending to Marine Corps University's history division, and they're going to be archiving them for us. So.
Oh, outstanding. That's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's one of the big driving forces for me is being able to get them archived, having a platform to be able to do that. So it's working out well.
You keep on it, man. This has been great. I mean, hour 37. This has been fantastic, man. I mean it.
Well, I'm glad you got a chance to come on. I'm glad you signed up, man. It was good meeting you, for sure.
It was good meeting you too, brother.
Don't be a stranger. If you ever need anything from me, don't hesitate, man. I'm here.
Absolutely.
You got my contact info, so
absolutely.
Reach out.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody else that wants to share and come on, send my contact info to them.
All of my military TikTok friends that I have, I told them about the podcast, and they were like, "Really? When is the published date
for this one?"
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Hold on, let me look at my calendar. If I can find it. So I think it's going to be the week of the 24th. So it'll either be the 25th, 26th, or 27th. And I'll let you know for sure. But and I just don't have them all set up on here yet. Let me look at this.
Yeah, because I'm gonna share this out. I'm gonna share this out when it goes published.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure, man.
So all my friends can see it and see the podcast and see you and everything. So I'm definitely going to be doing that for you.
Oh, no, I lied. It'll be the 13th, man.
Oh, sweet. It'll be this week.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, next week. Yeah.
Or next week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
Yeah, sorry. I was out too far.
I'm still caught up. I'm still caught up in the fact that it's November 2nd.
Yeah, I know. We're so close to the birthday too, man. It's craziness.
I know. I'm excited. We got the ball this weekend here, and I'm just so jazzed.
Yeah, man. And the organization you're part of too, the Marines High Desert.
The High Desert Marines, yes.
If you guys want to have somebody come on, or you or somebody else wants to come on and talk about that specifically, we could do that. Have you go on a fireside chat for that. So,
absolutely. I will talk to my board, and I will because we have a public affairs officer, and she is phenomenal. You guys would love her. She was a former drill instructor.
Nice. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll send you the calendar specifically for that. So it's a different calendar, but it's sign up the same way type of deal. But I'll send that to you so you have it.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Well, hey, as we approach the end of a podcast, I always ask these rapid fire questions. I'm going to go through them with you. All right. Okay. Here we go. If you could be one military leader for a day, who would that be?
Ooh. Alive or dead?
Anybody. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be Mad Dog Maddox. I'd be Mad Dog Maddox. I love that man. He was my commandant. I would definitely want to be him for a day.
Okay. I like it. All right. If you could change one rule in the military, what would it be?
Oh, that's an easy one. Yes, you can step on the grass.
Nice. Yeah. That's definitely a rule that I broke on many occasions. So.
Oh God, yes.
I did it all the time. Oh man. All right. What's one lesson or skill that you learned that you still use today?
Patience. Patience with doing things.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's really good. All right. In the zombie apocalypse, what will be your weapon of choice, and what anthem will be playing?
Highway to Hell. And Highway to Hell merged with Danger Zone.
Oh, okay. I like it.
And my weapon of choice would probably be my truck.
Oh, okay. I'm digging it. Yeah. Nice. All right. What animal best describes your time in service?
Horse. Okay. That's my spirit animal is a horse. So I would definitely go with horse. Very stoic, very proud, but at the same time chaotic.
That's a good point. Yeah. I like that. All right. Knowing what you know now, would you do it all over again?
In half a heartbeat.
Nice.
In half a heartbeat.
That's awesome. All right. Well, the only other thing I always give the individual time for words of wisdom or something that you would like to leave the listeners with.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave with two small things. One, my family quote, "Heaven don't want me and hell's afraid I'll take over. That's why I'm still here."
Okay.
And don't be too proud. Don't be too proud to reach out if you need help. That is my number one.
Yeah, that was good, man. I like that. And that leads us into what I always talk about at the end of a podcast. You know, I talk about veteran suicide and ways that individuals can get help. But before I get into that, man, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for coming on and doing this. It was great meeting you, great talking to you. And if you ever need anything, don't forget to reach out, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So to all the listeners out there, if you're struggling, need help, anything like that, don't forget the VA does have great resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255 or go to veteranscrisisline.net and click on the chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life lost is one too many. I care about you. I know CJ cares about you. The whole veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to the buddies you serve with, ask them how they're doing. And if they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right, man. One last time. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. To all the listeners out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.
No more 22. On to the journey and finish the fight.